Mic test 1 2. Good morning to you all. Thank you so much for connecting with us this morning. Good morning to you all. Pastor Linda Lewis, thank you so much for connecting. Good morning to you, Tate. Thanks so much for connecting with us this morning. Pastor Ransom, thanks so much for connecting. We're going to give it a couple more minutes, give a few more people time to log on. Meanwhile, I'm about to check out what's going on with this sound. You guys give me 1 second.
Came out the fire with praise on me. Last didn't break me. What I survived don't make no sense if it wasn't
I'm
for
so sorry, you
grace, I
guys.
wouldn't be here. I saw him move when I had no plan. He made a way when I couldn't stand. So when they ask me how I got here, I point up and say, God's dead.
Good morning, Anita. Thanks so much for connecting.
Everyone got heaven's signature. If you knew what he brought me through, you'd shout it to no filter. 2026 gonna be a godly year. Overflow favor everywhere. What I prayed in tears, I'm living clear. 2026 gonna be a godly year. 2026 gonna be a godly year.
I'm gonna give it about another minute or so, and we'll get started. Pray that all of you guys have had a great weekend so far. Enjoying this weather. The weather's been nice in my city.
Last year tried me, but it didn't break me. What I survived don't make no sense. If it wasn't for grace, I wouldn't be here. I saw him move when I had no plan. He made a way when
Good morning to you, Lucy. Thanks so much for connecting with us this morning.
I point up and say, God's dead. I ain't flexing, I'm testifying. And everyone got heaven's signature. If you knew what he brought me through, you'd shout it to no filter. 2026 gonna be a godly year. Overflow favor everywhere. What I prayed in tears, I'm living clear. 2026 gonna be a godly year. 2026 gonna be a godly year. 2026 gonna be a godly year. Every door you open, I walk right through. 2026 gonna be a godly year. God did it. I came out the fire with praise on me. Last year tried me, but it didn't break me. What I survived don't make no sense. If it wasn't for grace, I wouldn't be here. I saw him move when I had no plan. He made a way when I couldn't stand. So when they ask me how I got here, I point up and say, God's dead. I ain't flexing, I'm testifying. And everyone got heaven's signature. If you knew what he brought me through, you'd shout it to no filter. 2026 gonna be a
Drika, good morning to you. Thanks so much for connecting with us.
everywhere. What I prayed in tears, I'm living clear. 2026 gonna be a godly year. 2026 gonna be a goddamn year. 2026 gonna be a goddamn year. Every door you open, I walk right through. 2026 gonna be a goddamn year. God did it. I came out the fire with praise on me. Last year tried me, but it didn't break me. What I survived don't make no sense. If it wasn't for grace, I wouldn't be here. I saw him move when I had no plan. He made a way when I couldn't stand. So when they ask me how I got here, I point up and say, God did it. I ain't flexing, I'm testifying. Every win got heaven's signature. If you knew what he brought me through, you'd shout it to no filter. 2026 gonna be a goddamn year. Overflow favor everywhere. What I prayed in tears, I'm living clear.
Cam, thanks so much for connecting with us. We're going to go ahead and get started, you guys. Again, thank you all for connecting with us. I pray that all of you guys have had a great week on last week, a great weekend so far. And we're going to chop it up for a minute and get you prepared for the upcoming week. Next week is the 22nd. I'm so excited to see many of you hug your necks and just kind of catch up, like put my eyes on you, as my grandmother used to say. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be next Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. I will send you that flyer out again this afternoon, just in case you misplaced it. Pastor Ransom, I'm so sorry. we gonna be shouting out Colorado though. We sending love up that way as well. Yeah, I'll send that out to you guys sometime on this afternoon. Feel free to share it with anyone that you may want to invite. Anyone that is a former resident or current resident of the source. We're sharing it. It's just going to be a time of reunion. We're going to reconnect and worship and just love on each other and love on God. Allow God to love on us. I'm excited about it, actually. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Next Sunday can't get here fast enough for me. In the meantime, our 5-day war is still going on. Here, going into the third week. So you guys continue to pray about that situation. There's many other things, as it has been for over a year now, to pray for. So you can pick a couple and pray for them, or just ask God to cover the whole list of things that we need him to cover right now. And he is faithful and just to do just so. He has the ability, the capacity to handle it all. He's not a bit overwhelmed, not as overwhelmed as we are at moments here. So remember to pray and continue to pray for everyone that's being affected, and that's all of us really that's being affected by all the multiple things we have going on right now in our country and around the world. This morning, I want to talk to you about something that caught my attention, and it has for years. At the change of the season, it's always at my old house. I used to take a picture of the trees in my backyard in the wintertime, and then I would take another picture in the summertime, and I did this for years, or the spring. And I would see something that spoke deeply within me from what I was witnessing every time I would take those pics and put them side by side. And so I noticed something different every evening whenever I'm decompressing. I like to sit out on my balcony and I look at this tree. There's this tree right by my house. There's several trees, but this one in particular. I was watching this tree, and 6 days ago, this tree was empty. And 5 days ago, I noticed that there was a little greenery starting to bud on the tree. The leaves started to bud on the tree. 4 days ago, I seen more. And for the last 5 days, this tree has grown every single day. And I was like, wow, that's incredible how fast that happened. And then something hit me while I was sitting there looking at that. I don't know why I'm so amazed by stuff like that, but I am. And the Lord says to me, he says, you all have a season where you can grow every day if you embrace the season. Whenever your season comes, you're able to grow every single day. You can be transformed daily, and it doesn't take long. It's not going to take the full season for the tree to reach its capacity and supersede the prior capacity. Why? Because it's the season for the tree to grow, right? And I was thinking about that, and I read something. I remember reading, Ecclesiastes 3, where it talks about all the times and the seasons and the purposes that we are given. And verse number 10 says, I have seen the travail which God giveth to the sons of men to be exercised in it. Right? I've seen the travail which God has given the sons of men to be exercised in it, is what the scriptures say. So this travail, or this affair, or employment, this job, this task that God has given to the sons of men, us, he's given it to us for us to be exercised in it. It is exercise. It is in no way meant to break us. None of these seasons are meant to break us. It's not meant to cause us to have apprehension. It is given in order for us to be exercised. The very next verse says this. He says, he hath made everything beautiful in its time, in his time, He's made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he has set the world in their heart so that no man can find the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. The first part of that, verse number 11 in Ecclesiastes 3 says, he hath made everything beautiful in his time. Listen, you guys, this past winter, when the tree that I was referring to outside of my home, in the wintertime, that was not the season for that tree, right? That wasn't the time for that tree to have a photo shoot. That was not a time for that tree to be posting and bragging. That was not the time for that tree to ball out, because it wasn't the time for that tree. It wasn't the season for that. One of the things I think we have a hard time with is whenever it's not our season to have certain experiences and certain eases of life. It's not our time, and so we have a hard time accepting that it's just not time for that yet. And we don't understand that it is important that we are exercised leading up to that season and in between those seasons, so that we will not lose any strength. Now, if you flip that to the spiritual, when it's not your time for God to rain on you and give you overflow and abundance, if in fact your faith is not exercised, you will not have the faith when you come into your season. So I think it's important that we make note that it is in our best interest to be exercised in between the times in which the Lord has predetermined to bless us and fulfill his promises to us. In the meantime, we have to do something. We cannot sit on the sidelines of the sanctuary and wait until coach put us in the game, right? You have to be exercising your spiritual gifts, exercising in your walk with God, exercising, you carrying what it is that he put on you, because he's not going to put more on you than you're able to carry. We know that, but you do have to carry something. You cannot sit on the sidelines of the sanctuary empty-handed, not moving a muscle, and say that you're waiting on God, because God will make sure that you're in shape when it's time for your beauty to be manifested in your season. You want to present in shape. You want to be intact. You don't want to come into a season that the Lord releases his blessings, those predestined blessings over your life, and you're confused because you ain't exercised your faith. You ain't exercised your discernment. You want, I don't know where this coming from. No, I'm not going to touch that because I don't even know. You don't want to be absent-minded whenever your season comes. You want to know that it's your season. And in knowing so, you can take full advantage of the grace to grow every single day. This tree that I'm referring to, it's crazy to sound, I'm talking about a tree. This tree recognized that, okay, this is my season. There is no restrictions on my growth. My potential, my full potential can be unleashed at this time. I can do things now that I have not been able to do all year long. Now, some of you follow me. And those of you who follow me understand that the only reason why I will be sharing this is because your season is at hand. And your ability to grow daily is upon you. You can maximize and extend your potential now. It's here. I could have said that in another way and made it sound more prophetic or whatever. But the truth of the matter is, it's more important for you to know this potential because, or that it's that time, because you will miss the beauty of it all if you don't recognize that. If you don't recognize what season you're in, you'll miss the beauty of everything. You'll miss the beauty of being exercised prior to the season. You'll miss the beauty of the revealing of the season. Even the nighttime has its own beauty when it's in season. After sunset and it begins to get dark, there's a transitional period. But when night fully sets in, you can look into the beautiful skies of darkness. Just like the sun. When the sun is finishing the transition of its rise and it is set in place in the sky, it makes for a beautiful day. Everything is beautiful, but not before transition and change. Everything has been made beautiful in its time. Whenever God says go, whenever God says now, whenever that appointed time comes, what will be revealed will be more beautiful than you would ever have imagined while you were exercising for it, while he was equipping you to experience it. And I want to ask you this question. What are you equipped to experience? Because that could very well determine what you experience next. If I wrote each of you a check this morning for $250K, what would you do with it? Where would you put it? How would you file it on your taxes? Who would you trust to do your taxes with that? How would you invest it? Who would you share the blessing with? And are they eligible to receive some of that according to God's dealings in working with them? Are they in the same season? You know, we say, I want to be blessed because I want to help people. I want to be a blessing to people and all that. But it may not be the time for those people to experience that. And so you have to be equipped. You have to recognize your season when it comes, but you also have to recognize the rule of measure that you have whenever the blessings of the Lord is released into your life. Whenever the promises of God begin to manifest, you need to know the rules of measure. Know your boundaries when those times come. Because you may share something with someone prematurely, and as a result, they have to be stripped of it, resulting in a loss on your part. But it creates frustration in their relationship with God because they don't understand, why did you give me this only to take it away? Well, you weren't supposed to have it right now. I was still trying to exercise you because I didn't want you to go and spend all of your money on bundles. I want you to spend all your money on nails. Some of you right now, you are just about to finish your last workout session with God. And you're at the end of it right now. Nothing feels like the end of a workout because everything burns at this time. Your heart rate is up at this time. You're sweating at this time. All you can think about is the end. You like, when am I getting over this? When you start having those symptoms spiritually, just know that you're almost at the end of the exercise because God's not going to push you beyond what he knows that you're able to handle. But he will get the best out of you, and he will find the most effective ways to reveal the muscle that he has given you spiritually, thus qualifying you for what it is that he has planned for you. Many of us, we look out into the nowheres of our life and we wonder, where is my somewhere, right? And you don't know which direction to walk in, and you don't know if you have enough to take the trip or make the trip because it's nowhere in sight. And this is the reason why God exercises you, so that you don't quit, so that you will have the longevity to continue until you experience the beauty of the season that God has destined for you. Oh, yeah. He has a plan. He's not working towards nothing. I promise, in your life, he's not working towards nothing. He's not just doing stuff, giving you stuff to keep you occupied. That's not what he's doing. God is always, he has always been calculated in everything that happened, every conversation that you've ever had in your life. God is being calculated. every person whose paths that you've crossed in life was calculated. Every step that you take is calculated. Every experience that you have is calculated. It's exercising you for a season in which God desires to reveal his beauty, the beauty of his purpose, the beauty of you as his creation. Anybody ever seen a beautiful star in the daytime? You seen a star or Milky Way, Big Dipper, Little Dipper, and you're like, oh my God, that is so beautiful. You've never seen it in the daytime because it's not the season for that. It's not its time. It don't look beautiful. In fact, it's not visible. But when the time comes, it's revealed. And what they know that we don't know is that it was there all the time. It was just not visible. And I'm saying to you, there are things that's already set in place that is just not visible. God has not revealed it yet. Do you know, a revealing is not the same as a creation, because in creation, you're making it. You're creating it from nothing. But when you reveal something, you're revealing something that already had presence prior to the revelation of it. And so God has things. The scripture says he has set the world in their hearts so that no man can find out the work that the Lord maketh from the beginning to the end. Oh my God. God said, I'm going to hide you from the world until your season comes. And then I'm going to reveal what I placed in you in certain seasons. I'm going to pick the perfect timing so that you can manifest the most beautiful expression of my love towards you, in you, and through you. And at that point, that's when you understand, like the tree, man, I can grow every day. It's nothing stopping me from manifesting my potential. That's whenever, you see people and it seems like everything they touch turn to gold. It's because they have come into that time. They've come into that moment. They've come into that season. And it's no reason for them to hold back. Anything you think of in moments like those, you'll be able to accomplish and manifest those things. Why? Because you're in season. It will make no sense for you to exert energy trying to make something or manifest something out of season or out of time. That only frustrates you with God. And understand, even when you have people who compete in bodybuilding contests, some of them work out for a year before the competition. They're only on that stage flexing their muscles just for a few minutes, a couple minutes, right? But it takes the entire prior year for them to be able to manifest and reveal the results of their workout. And if you start to change your perspective on how you view your life, you'll realize that I am working out. I am being exercised to reveal. And so this is why now when you say certain things and you find yourself having to deal with certain things, the wisdom that comes from your being exercised is beautiful. And it is so enlightening to other people. And people love to talk to you because you have so much wisdom. You reveal so much. But it did not come without exercise. The reason why what it is that you say, the reason why it's so impactful and effective and it is so strong is because you've been exercised in it. You've been exercised in it. And when it is revealed, it's beautiful to everyone that observe it. It's nothing like your own season. One of the mistakes I'm so sad that we still make the mistakes that we make, but we're subject to error as humans. But one of the mistakes we make is that we want to manifest in other people's season. We want our beauty to be seen in other people's season. You see somebody else's beauty, then all of a sudden you like, okay, I'm next, Lord. When you gonna do it for me? The Lord says your season is coming. I'm still trying to exercise you. I'm still working on your abs. Slow down. You keep skipping leg day. We got to get your legs strong enough. And that's the way it goes in real life. And it's nothing that you can hurry up and get the same results. If you rush it, I promise you it will not be the same. And just like it is popular and trending on social media platforms to go to the gym and post yourself in the gym, pre-workout, post-workout. Some people take videos while they're working out. That's not the end game. That's not the place to be revealed. That's where you put in the work. That's where you put in the work. After the work is completed and manifested over a time, then that's when you reveal. I seen a post a couple days ago. It was this young lady. She pulled her shirt up to her breast line and took a side view picture of herself. And every time I see that, I just wonder, like, man, why do we do this? But hey, it's what we do. Anyway, I read the caption, and the caption floored me because it says, day one back in the gym. What are you showing us on day one? Oh my God. Like, for real, what are you showing us? What are you revealing on day one? You ain't put in no time. And so I want to ask you this question. Are you trying to reveal on day one? Or what day are you on, for that matter? Are you more eager to reveal, or are you more eager to do the work so that the reveal is its most beautiful? See, these things that we're talking about today, it causes us to look inwardly. This is nothing that you're going to be able to, really refer to anything or anyone else. And do you believe in the work? Most people, when they say God has called me to a work, you think ministry and you talk about evangelizing and being a missionary and all this stuff, but he's called you to work on you too. I think all of us, the greatest work that we will ever do will be upon ourselves. That's the greatest work that you'll ever do. Is working on yourself. That's the greatest work that you'll ever, or the most fulfilling work that you will ever accomplish. Is working on yourself. When God gives you enough exercises to where you learn how to bridle your tongue, He gives you enough exercises where you learn how to be swift to hear and slow to speak. What do those exercises look like? And you say, it keep happening, it keeps happening, it keeps happening. Yeah, because you haven't accomplished it yet. When you accomplish it, then you will be able to move on. And see, we get frustrated with God, and I'm going to say this, and we're going to get ready to wrap it up. We get frustrated with God because we keep going through things over and over, but that's not God. That's on you. Your posture isn't right in the process. God would much rather have you moving in cadence rather than pattern or cycle, should I say. God would rather you find your rhythm moving forward than to go forward like this. And this is the will of the Lord for you. And your season, your time to grow daily is upon you. Now is the time for you to manifest. And you choose whether or not you're going to do it. If you put in the work, oh yeah, it's time. You start growing daily. It's time. Every day. And if you're still being exercised, all you got to do is look at what's going on around your life collectively, and you'll see exactly what it is God's trying to exercise in you. Man, if everybody is getting on your nerves, God is trying to exercise patience in you. And recognize it's not about the everyone that's getting on your nerves. It's about the way that you respond to it. And the truth of the matter is, if I take an orange and I squeeze it, orange juice is going to come out. If I squeeze it harder, orange juice is going to come out. If I double up on that, I will never get apple juice. I will never get grape juice. Because the truth of the matter is, while you're being exercised, whatever comes out of you is what was in you. So while you're being exercised, if anger comes out, that's because it was in you. Whatever your response is what was in you. And God says, I'm exercising you to correct that. We got to burn this. That's like fat. We got to burn this off. If you go off at the drop, if you cannot drive down the street without going off on someone who may accidentally cross the line or not turn as soon as the light turned green, and that aggravates you, your response is always violence, choosing violence. That's what's in you. And you got to exercise that out so that in your season it doesn't manifest. It doesn't appear. It doesn't obstruct the beauty of who God has molded you into. Okay, look. I hope that you guys are able to get the gist of what I'm saying, and that you would take these things and consider these things as it relates to yourself, and be aware of what's going out, and be aware that the Lord is just exercising you with the affairs of your life so that you will be able to embrace it the more and not be frustrated by it. Understanding that these things will determine the great reveal and the beauty of who God has made you, who He has intended you to be, and who He has created you to reveal. I love you all. Again, I can't wait to see you guys on next week. That's March 22nd, 7 o'clock p.m. And I won't forget to send out the flyer again to our group chat. And I love y'all. Y'all have a great evening. Enjoy this upcoming week. The weather is getting better. Daylight saving time has kicked in, so let's save some daylight and spend some more time with God and prepare spiritually and mentally for this upcoming week or this upcoming weekend experience. Those of you who are going to be in attendance there, those of you who will not make it, I pray that you will also please be in prayer for that meeting so that we will have an extraordinary experience, and everything that we pray and experience, we will extend it to you in the spirit. And so I love you guys. Before you continue your day, please take a moment, go and make a donation. You know how to do it. If you don't, reach out to me or whomever shared this link with you. They'll be able to share that information with you guys. I love you all so much. I bid you all blessings and Godspeed. Until next week, y'all keep going, man. Don't quit. Exercise.
2026 gonna be a God day.
Godspeed.
2026 gonna be a God day, yeah. Every door you open, I walk right through. 2026 gonna be a God day. God did. I came out the fire with praise on me. Last year tried me, but it didn't break me. What I survived don't make no sense. If it wasn't for grace, I wouldn't be here. I saw him move when I had no plan. He made a way when I couldn't stand. So when they ask me how I got here, I point up and say, God's it. I ain't flexing, I'm testifying. And every win got heaven's signature. If you knew what he brought me through, you'd shout it to no filter. 2026 gonna be a God year. Overflow favor everywhere. What I prayed in tears, I'm living clear. 2026 gonna be a God year. 2026 gonna be a God year. 2026 gonna be a God year. Every door you open, I walk right through.